In this lecture, first what we will do, we are just going to dispatch this add items to cart action. For that, I will come to product details.jsx, and here we have already accessed this dispatch hook, and also from URL we are accessing product ID. And when I have to dispatch that action, let me just scroll down. Here we are having this add to cart button. For this, I will be passing on click event handler. Inside this, I will pass the function add to cart. Now copy this function, scroll up, and below this, I'm just going to create that function const add to cart. I will just open this function. As soon as I click on this add to cart button, what happens? I just have to dispatch this action. Inside this, I will be passing add items to cart, and inside this, what I have to accept? I have to accept ID, using which whatever ID we are having inside the URL, you can see we have already accessed. Let me come here. This is our ID. Whatever ID we are having, we are just going to access that ID, and that ID we will be passing. And next, what we have to pass? We have to pass quantity. How many quantity we are passing for that item? That item also we are passing when we dispatch this action. Now come here, let me refresh. Okay, I will inspect. Reducer is not defined. Let me come to cart slice. So here I have to pass cart slice dot reducer. Save this. Come here. Now I am having the result. Okay. As soon as I refresh, I got this data. Let me inspect. Now this is our product details. Whatever product we have fetched, we have logged that information. Now I'm just going to add items to cart. Quantity is 1. Add to cart. From my create async thunk function, I am having this response. Success will be true. And inside this, I am having complete product information. So in backend, whatever response we have sent, we are getting that information, and using action.payload, I am having this complete information. So which means I am having exact same information. But what I will do while creating this function, instead of passing this complete response from product, I will access some data. So here I will come to cart slice, and this is our function. So instead of directly returning the data, I will return object. Inside this, I will give the key product, and what I have to access from this data object. Let me come here. So this is the data object. So from this data object, inside this object, we have success and product. I will access this product. So here I will write data.product, and from there, so inside this product, I am having all this information. I will access this product ID. So here I will write underscore ID, and that ID value I'm just going to store inside this product property. Then next, copy the same thing for name, price, for image, for stock, and finally we are having this quantity. And quantity directly while dispatching the action we are accessing, so that quantity we are just going to return. So doesn't matter what quantity I have given. I have given 5, 10. So that value will be assigned to this quantity. We can also pass in this way, but if both keys and values are same, only once I will be passing. Here I will write name, and from product I will access product name. Let me show you. I will come to console, inspect. Now inside this product, you can see I am having name. So that name I have accessed. Next, I will access price, and here I will be passing price. Next, I will be writing image. Remove this. Here I will write image. From there, I will access 0th index. From there, I'm just going to access URL property. Multiple times we have already seen that. Let me open product. We are having image, and at 0th index, we are having this URL property. So that we are just going to access. And finally, we also need stock. And inside this, I will be passing product.stock. Come to console, add items to cart. Now you can see what I got. This is my add items to cart product console. So inside this, whatever data I am having, successfully it has returned. But now from this, I am returning this complete information. So this becomes my action.payload. Previously, for action.payload also, I was having the same result. But now you can see I am having image, I am having name, price, and inside this product, I am having this product ID. Quantity is 1 and stock is 10. For this stock is 10 and quantity, I have assigned 1. Now I will give quantity to add items to cart. Now you can see successfully whatever quantity I am giving, I am able to access this quantity, and this is nothing but action.payload. Now if I click on this, you can see this is nothing but action.payload. Now what I have to do, this entire item, only this information I have to push inside my cart items. So let me scroll down. For cart items, we have passed empty array. Now inside this fulfill state, this entire item I have pushed inside that cart items. So here I will write state dot cart items. This is nothing but array. Here I will be applying push method, and what I have to push? I have to push complete item. And then here loading we have to set to false. Error we have to set to null. Then copy paste. I will also access success. In this case, I will assign true. Then finally, I'm just going to access message, and inside this, I will write item is added to cart. Item is added. Item is added to cart. Better what I will do, from this item, I will access item name. Let me just come here. Refresh once. So inside this, we will have name. Let me click on this. So inside this product, we are having this name. So that name I'm just going to access. So here I will be passing this template string. Inside this, from this item object, I'm just going to access the name. I have removed the lock. So that is the reason it was not present in console. But we have seen we will have this name property. For example, I will add product 3. So product 3 is added to cart. And also I will write successfully. Product 3 is added to cart successfully. In this way, we are just going to modify these cases. Once this is done, come to product details. Now we are just going to access cart state. Scroll up. So here we have access product state. Below this, const loading. Here also we are having loading, and here also we are having loading. So for this, we will change the name and we will give cart loading. Then we are having error. Here also we have error. For this, we will give the name as cart error. Then for this, we are not having success. So directly, I will be passing success. Message also we are not having. So I will be passing. And then finally, I'm just going to access cart items from this state. So all these values we are going to access from cart state. I will copy. Here I will be pasting. Inside this, I will be passing state.cart. So from cart, I will access loading. I will access error, success, message and cart items. Above this also we are having same name. So that is the reason we are changing the names. First, I will copy this cart loading. Scroll down, and here we are having this add to cart button. This entire thing I will be wrapping in JavaScript mode. Here I will paste. If my cart is loading, then what I have to do, I just have to render this adding text. Else I have to render add to cart. Okay, if it is taking time to add the items to cart, in place of showing add to cart, I should be having adding. And here for this button, I'm just going to disable. If my cart is loading, then again I should not be able to click this button. So that is the reason. In that case, I'm just going to disable my button. Now I'm just going to handle error. Let me scroll up. Loading we have done. Next we have to handle error. For this product error, we have already created this. Now exact same thing I will copy. Below this I will be pasting. For cart error, we have changed the name cart error. And here whatever error I am having, I'm just going to display that error. Entire thing will be same. Now remove this, and finally inside this dependency we are also passing this cart error. Okay, while adding item or while doing anything, if we are having any error message, then accordingly we are going to run this effect. Now I will handle this success. I will just scroll down. Okay, what I will do, I will copy this use effect. Below this I will be pasting. Inside this, here I will be passing success. If my success is true, here I will write post.success. In place of error dot message, whatever message I have passed in the backend, you can see for this message property, I have assigned one message. So if my success is true, whatever message I am having, that message I have to show. And here what I have to do, I just have to remove that message. As soon as I hit enter, remove message will be imported. Once my message is shown, after that, I just have to remove the message and I have to set to null. If I don't do that, always my message property, whatever I have given, that will be present inside this message. And whenever I perform another operation, each and every time that message will be shown. So it is very important we remove the message. Remove this, and then I will be passing success, and also I'm just going to pass message, because each and every time my message value will also be changed. First time I will have the value, and after that it will be setting to null. So that is the reason my message is also changing. So inside this dependency array, I should also pass the message. Let me scroll up. We have worked on loading, we have worked on error, success message. Last thing we are left is cart items. Below this, as of now, let me just log this cart items. Now save this, come to project, refresh once. I will inspect, I will give 2. Now you can see initially my cart item is empty, so that is displayed. As soon as I click on add to cart, product 5 is added to cart successfully. Okay. I will open. Now inside my cart item, I am having that complete product information where quantity is 2. Successfully, we have seen how to add items to cart and accordingly how to modify this fulfill case. Now here I will open this extension. You can see message was shown, and after that this message was removed. I will just come to state. If I don't do this, what happens? Whatever message I was having, product 5 added to cart, that exact value will be stored inside the message. Later on, again, like if I update the cart, again that message will be shown to the user. So we do not want that. So that is the reason. In this way, we are going to remove messages. But if you want to proceed with the previous logic, like removing the success, success through, success false, and accordingly giving the messages, you can proceed with that logic. In this project, I want to show you multiple ways of doing it. So that is the reason I'm showing you multiple solutions. You can pick one and continue with your project.